everyone, it is me, Gigalem, and welcome back to Kirby's Dreamland 2. In the last part, well, you see the progress. 2 whole worlds. Yeah, they're that short. And this one is just the same length. We're about to meet another animal buddy. Introducing Kine. This is Ripple Field. This is the water stage of the game, and sheesh. So, yeah. We're going to be going through the water world in this particular game, and, well, we might as well just show off, any new abilities that we can, well, show off. I'm going to be, having to ditch, Ku here because we got a new animal friend to show off. And let's just say they're better underwater than over water. It's the kind of character that's just their mobility is don't use them above land, and well, there goes an ability I was about to use. Good thing I can use dated technology to respawn them. Now for the one thing that always fascinated me with this game, stone. In this game, whenever I use stone, I was always so obsessed with the physics that applied to it. Yeah, those physics are not in Kirby's Adventure or Nightmare in Dreamland. Guess you gotta stay faithful as much as you can. Basically, what you do is just use stone, and if you use it on inclines, you can indeed use them to basically combo through the competition. And of course, those things are squishies. I love stone. It's my favorite Kirby ability, and it gets much better from here on out. And of course, where else to start than by giving it physics? I mean, the one thing that I always noticed from the one Smash video that you can find within Melee's extras was, of course, Kirby using stone on Temple and sliding down it. Future me, remind yourself to cut that out. Anywho. Basically, Kine isn't Ku isn't exactly hindered by underwater stages, but the real moment shines is that, well, losing our stone ability, great, is when we get Kine. Underwater, we can't really do much except, blow some bubbles, and that's enough to take out enemies. And Kirby does have some range, but you can definitely tell Kirby needs a little bit of help. And, hopefully there'll be a stone ability in another level, so I will be a moment while we try to clear this minigame. And perfect! So yeah. Now, we have these Scarfies, we've been dealing with them for a bit, but we haven't seen them turn demonic and such, and I don't want to set them off if I don't need to. So of course, we gotta be careful going down here. Like, Kirby getting hit at all is just very painful. And of course, you see what happens, you saw what happened to those poor Waddle Dee. And, what we're dealing with is these, currents in these levels. And these currents are a bit too strong for Ku to deal with, so we're going to need some extra help. So, we have to free them from Mr. Green! I remember this particular foe simply because of their name. They will always fire bolts, or they will fire a projectile star that you can inhale and fire back. And whenever they're inhaled, they will give the spark ability. Now, Spark with Ku is one of the better abilities in this game. I'm not kidding. In fact, I'll show it right now. With Ku, You basically become a bit of a thunderstorm. But now that we have a new animal buddy, time to show him off. This is Kine. Now, on land, Kine is not much. But with Spark, Kine gets this light bulb missile, which is basically a replacement for the most useless Kirby ability in all of history, Light, because because it's an attack and can also light up a room. Yeah. So, with Kine, you can actually go against currents. These currents are too strong for any other Kirby animal friend except for Kine. Kine is based on an ocean sunfish. So, why do I know ocean sunfish? Animal Crossing. So, yeah. And if you should lose your ability with Kine, you can immediately inhale it back in. This is what I mean by a character that is much better in the right environment. So, yeah. And speaking of, yeah, there is a hidden door in one of these rooms. The problem is we do not have stone. We can go through it, even if we don't have the ability. Yes, yes, Zoe. I'm so used to Cleo being around. More on that later, right? More on that later. We lost a friend in between projects. Now, I could take burning with Kine, but I'm gonna say this right now. It's a worse. It's basically the worst version of Kine with Spark. I'm not kidding. Now, I'm gonna need to, let me see. Oh, right, I need to go to World 3 to get this one. So, I'll be back after we, get the, 1-up for this one. There we go! It's really hard to nail these, bonus games, I swear. I struggle with them so much. And I don't know if you can even find stone in, level 3. Well, might as well go check. So, I'm gonna create a quick, restore point, just in case. So, in case I don't, if I don't find stone before the end of the level, the one thing I'll do is just cut to getting stone in level 1, then coming back here. So, of course, this is where the rainbow drop for this world is. And I don't want to lose that. I think you can also choose to blow up the light bulb missile at any time. And now you know why I think this is the best ability that Kine will have. Kine with any of the abilities isn't exactly the best, per se. Like, you either have an AoE effect, which may not even be the best, or you essentially have a worse projectile that doesn't really do much. And believe me, you're better off with Kine using Spark than Kine using Fire. I'm not kidding. Kine with Fire is the worst. And we'll get to show that. We will show that in due time. Because of the explosion trails I leave off with, well, you get to see the amount of damage I'm able to do. Now, this is why you need Spark in this room, just to see where the door is. But here's the problem. We did not find stone in this room, and we need stone to get there, so I will be back in a moment. Oh, dang it. Okay, let me discard this. And now we have stone. So let's show off Kine with stone. Kine with stone, well, you essentially become a big hitbox similar to that of Ku with stone. But I think the most unique character to have stone is going to be Rick. Now, there's nothing wrong with just becoming the living embodiment of a paperweight, a very heavy paperweight, that is. But Rick does have something a little bit different that I'll show when we get to showing him with stone. Any abilities I do not show off with any of the animal buddies, I'll likely make a mental note to record a video of all the animal buddy abilities all in one video. And if in case you want that sooner, I do recommend going to Kirby. Their article on Kirby's Dreamland 2 is like Kirby is definitely has a lot of information on, like, basically it's my most reliable source on Kirby knowledge, and also videos to record, so I do recommend looking at them if you want to know how every ability is like with every animal buddy. But yeah. So now that we have stone, I'm going to create another restore point, and then we'll get back to where we were. Back in a moment. Now we're at this room again. All we need to do is just get to the secret, and we get a rainbow drop. So, of course, we gotta let physics do our writing for us. So now that we're here, all you need to do is memorize where the door is. And it's right here. And now we have the right ability for this room. So what do? Well, we make Kine go into utter pain. I mean, look at that. Those are tears coming from Kine's eyes. She does not like that. Or he. I think Kine's a he. Future me, make a mental note. But yeah, Kine does have higher jumps. I think all the animal abilities do. I think the reason why Kine has higher jumps is so that way you're not exactly in a position where being stuck on land isn't exactly fun. Now, believe it or not, the next world does not have the next rainbow drop in the 4th level, but rather the 2nd. But I think it's the 4th world that starts to get more tricky with and more involved with each of the rainbow drops. So yeah. Ugh. Oh, there was one in this level. I could have saved myself some time. Good job, past me. So yeah, this might be a shorter Let's Play given the length of this game, and I don't exactly have any plans to combo this with another Kirby game. There might be another Let's Play I might be working on early enough in the pipeline, and there's another game I know I promised, but I may need some more time to play a bit of that before committing to it for the next project. You know the one. I did say it was the 3rd place winner last year. So, yeah. I will get to it. I have been trying to get back to projects and such. But of course, I'll be a moment because it's bonus game time. And there we go. 2nd try. Already with 19 lives. Now, if I were to do this legit, I'd have to replay the entire level just for a second chance at that. It adds up. But of course, we got a new boss to face. It's time to introduce ourselves to Sweet Stuff. Yes, that is the name of the boss. I wish I was kidding. This anglerfish has only appeared in this game, and I think there's another Kirby boss that supposedly only appears in this game. At least so I thought. But basically, they will fire a collection of shots, and they will also try to lunge at you. And I see that Kine's tumble physics with stone is already working to my favor. The one thing you can do with stone is to basically hold on, is to stay in the stone state, basically as a defensive measure. But that was already sweet stuff in a nutshell. So, I guess maybe I'll try to practice each of the bosses with no ability off screen. I guess that's what the one boss rush was for. But I'll probably just do it just to show off each of the bosses. Oy. Now, I might have time to just show off one half of the next world, and that is Iceberg. Yeah, Iceberg. Poor Kine. We might be seeing Rick again soon, but as you can see right there, this world has 4 levels. Count them, 4. Now technically it's 5 because of the boss, but we're only counting the levels as, well, levels. And of course we're going to need Kine for another particular element. Be careful of that enemy right there I was running away from. If they touch you while you have a animal buddy, that animal buddy is instantly killed. Learn that the hard way. Their name will be on screen. But yeah, this is an ice level. What does ice levels have? Well, ice physics. As you saw right there, Rick was there to greet us. So, oh, that was just my cat rubbing up against the springs of a notebook. But yeah, these are ice blocks. Burn through them, you get Rick. This is basically your fire ability from Kirby's Adventure. You have this constant flamethrower, and it might be a tie between Rick and Koo for this one. So yeah, avoid them. As you saw right there, just sheesh, they went so fast. They nearly touched Rick. And of course, we also have penguins here. Name on screen. They contain the ice ability. So, dang it. I'm playing really clumsily and such. It is pretty late. And I've been wanting to start this project for a while. I wanted to start working on this in September, and here I am finally getting to it. But you might not even see it until, like, what, October? Because I still have a bunch of projects to get through. I still haven't worked on the Crash prototype videos for Crash 3. And I need to figure out what levels to show from the August 26th build, so that way I'm not making it redundant. You'll probably see what that will end up entailing. And I am so close to losing Rick. So I gotta be careful. Ugh. I will show off Rick with Cutter later. But now we have a reoccurring Kirby boss for once. This is Blocky. Yeah. This particular mini-boss reappears in Kirby Triple Deluxe and Kirby Planet Robobot, by the way. And there goes Rick, sadly. So, of course, Blocky is the kind that's more of a mobile stone enemy. The one that's always going to be running and ramming into you as much as it can. And of course, we defeated it. So let's get our stone ability back. I was hoping to show off Rick with stone, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to basically revisit this level or another level. But here is why I like the stone ability so much. For some reason, as a kid, this always fascinated me. Just seeing the stone being able to roll off slopes and such. Just seeing it roll and roll and roll. Like, no joke. I loved seeing that as a kid. I just always went on slopes just to see the rock fall. It entertained me very much so. And there we go. Okay, so, yeah. While I'm at it, I might as well just show Rick with stone, so I will go back to World 1, get Rick, and show you what, stone is like. And, of course, whenever you defeat a boss, you'll actually get a star for it, too. I don't know if, like, a star shining is to show that you got the top prize. I'll probably look it up later. But, I want to also thank Kirby for basically listing the locations for every animal buddy, so as to make this pretty easy. So, yeah. So, I will tell you where we will find our last location for an animal buddy in case you need to know. And by the time we reach that point, I will like have on screen every single animal buddy location in case you need help trying to 100% this game. Oh yeah, this is not like most Kirby games where you can just stay in stone ability for as much as you can. You have to actually get out of stone just to be able to use it. So what does Rick do when you have stone? Well, Rick turns to stone and you have a rolling buddy. You can roll on, you can have Rick roll around and become a bit of a hitbox. You can do the same thing with Kine and the light bulb missile, but yeah. Now, one thing you can do, you can just exit the level. The reason why I beat the levels in case it's one of those games that does not save your progress until you beat the level proper, so yeah. But, yeah. With that said, I think that's pretty good progress for today's episode. So, if you want to donate, there are a couple links in the description below. Any amount helps. If you want to follow this series and any others like it, you can hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll be on your way, but you don't have to if you don't want to. The thought is appreciated. And with that said, I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I shall now bid you adieu.